Good morning. Welcome to the City of Healing, where the city resides within. I'm not sure if you can see me or not, but I guess I'll go ahead and make the video and see if I can upload it, if you can see me or just hear my voice. But I wanted to come forth and just talk a little bit about skincare and get a little bit of sun. Because if anyone hasn't noticed it, but it's normal for me, my face is always darker than the rest of my body is because during the fall and winter my body is covered up mostly, and my face, I'm outside and I do make sure I still get some sun. However, now that it's, you know, summer, spring, and the sun is out more, I'll make sure my body is exposed more and my face is exposed more, but not for a prolonged period of time. And no, I do not use SPF or sunscreen. I've been advised of that, and I've done videos talking about SPF forever, and I don't use it. And I'm not saying that you should not do it as well. You do what's best for you, do your own research. However, I don't. For a short period, a while, for maybe like 2 weeks, I did, thinking that maybe I should, but then I changed my mind. However, I do make sure that I'm covered if I'm outside for prolonged periods of time, wear a hat, things of that nature. Um, but basically talking about skincare and reminiscing back into my childhood, especially as a teenager, I had pretty good skin, I would consider, because I didn't get any breakouts and my skin was just baby soft and smooth, no problems whatsoever. And I contribute that a lot to not doing really that much to it. The way we washed our faces with well water. We didn't use a lot of soaps, potions, and lotions, and it just seemed to work. One of my sisters had a lot of skin problems, but the others of us, especially me, my skin was really good. I had other teenagers asking me what did I do, you know, to keep my skin in good condition, that I did. And just like my teeth, I say, well, sometimes we use this lye soap that my grandmother uses, and we didn't use that a lot. Mostly we just washed our face with water, well water. And for lotions, we use Vaseline, but not so much during the summertime because we sweat so much, and all of that sebum and natural oils just seem to keep your skin moisturized. So that wasn't what we focused on back in the day as far as skincare, but now it's a rave. People talking about skincare, how to take care of your skincare, your skin, what you need, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And I would say most, first and foremost, that skincare is definitely individualized. You can't say what works for this person is going to work for that person. Myself, I know that I can't wear foundation because I'm gonna get a really bad breakout. Some people, it doesn't bother them. I know some people that wears foundation every day and sometimes sleeps in it and does not have any breakouts. I am not that fortunate. As evidenced by a couple of weeks ago, I think I did talk about on the channel about testing out tinted moisturizer, and I was wearing the mask a lot that day. And my daughter noticed a few days later, she said, "Mom, you breaking out?" And I looked, and sure enough, you know, the exact line of the strings of the mask is where my breakouts were. And I don't know if you can even see it now. It's much better now. But I said, okay, well, let me get to work with things that I know that were anti-inflammatory and healing. And what really combats inflammation, of course, is probiotics. What you take inside, and you can also put it on your face. And I think it's Stonyfield's probiotic organic yogurt. And I do put that on my face, and I put a few other things in there too, like green tea and cinnamon, and that helps resolve the inflammation in your face. And you probably can't see it that now, but it's still, the inflammation and the breakouts are still there, but it's much better than it was. And I just want to emphasize that there's a whole bunch of masks that I do depending on what I want done to my face. Maybe I'll make separate videos on that. But for inflammation, if I get a breakout, those are the type of things that I take. And as far as healing and reducing the hyperpigmentation, is taking vitamin C internally and putting it on top of your face. I mentioned me taking vitamin C, and of course I keep it in my refrigerator to keep it more stabilized, the L-ascorbic acid, because it's very unstable and can use its properties of healing and moisturizing your skin. So I keep that refrigerated. And still to this day, I don't use a lot of things. One of the things I definitely use and I like to use is black soap, and foam that up and I let that sit on my face for about a minute, and then I rinse it off. And then I put, my serum, my vitamin C on my face, and then an oil. And that's my skincare regimen. I've shared my skincare regimen before, and I've learned even with one of my aunts, um, it's not necessarily the shiny skin, the glowing skin she has, but she has the smoothest skin basically I've ever seen. It's like baby smooth. And you don't see that type of skin anymore. But she makes sure she got her sun, she drinks her water, but she don't use a lot of lotions and potions on her face. She washes her face with water. She uses Vaseline on her face. It's very simple, and I have not seen anybody on YouTube with glowy skin as good as that. She's since passed away since then, but I did ask her, and she did tell me those things. And I think I talked about her in one of my last videos about, her secrets to skincare. And it was the same as what we did basically in the country, just making it as simple as possible. But first and foremost, just understanding that skincare is individualized. You can't say this is definitely going to work for you. This is definitely going to work for you, because a lot of people say use a night cream for aging skin before you go to sleep. But I cannot do that for a couple of reasons. One, I don't like a greasy face and picking up dirt and getting on my face that causes breakouts. And two, when I do wake up, I do have breakouts, you know. So different things for different folks, different strokes for different folks. It's very much so individualized. And like I said, I don't use FPS, and some people be like, oh, you don't use FPS. Your face is gonna break out. Not break out, you're gonna age. Your skin is gonna do that. You would predispose to cancer, etc., etc. I'm like, the sun is not really what causes cancer. If so, the trees will have cancer and everybody will have cancer. So maybe it's something else that's causing the cancer. But of course, you have to protect yourself. You can't be in the sun for prolonged periods of time without protection. I have a natural protection with melanin, so I'm not going to burn as easily, but I will. And I will be getting more sun. I won't be hours and hours in the sun, but I will make sure that, I do my sun gazing early in the morning or late in the evening. And, spend about 30 minutes, short intervals of time, 30 minutes back and forth in the sun, making sure I get some of those rays absorbed into my skin. We don't do that anymore because of the fears of what they say of aging skin. And I don't have any wrinkles, and I'm way up in age now, um, and cancer, etc., etc. So you really have to play it by ear. I'm not going to say don't do SPF, and I'm not going to say, hey, yes, you should do SPF. But so far, so good. I've done well without SPF, and I don't plan to incorporate it into my skincare regimen. So like I said, it's very much so individualized. You find out what works best for you. Look into, if you have to, herbs or remedies that cause decrease in inflammation, things that moisturize your skin or hold moisture in your skin. But we know what we intake, the foods, we know we need vitamin C, we know we need water. Those are the things that's going to promote good, healthy looking skin, and not necessarily glowy skin, but really smooth. When you can look at someone and say, yes, they got good skin, or they've, did such and such to get glowy skin, that doesn't emphasize good skin to me. But, that's just my opinion. But anyway, I just wanted to come forth and share that. Those are just a few things, a few tips things to consider when it comes to skincare. Anyway, thanks for visiting the city, and I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your day. Stay cool.